Okay, so I'm going to start from the bottom, 5 to 1. And these are my top 5 big bets. Now, again, I did not add Ruth because I don't consider Rowena a villain. So just putting that as a disclaimer before I start this. And if you all want to put your 5, I would love to know your top 5 big bads or villains or whatever you want to call them. Okay, it says, oh my god. oh my Jack. Yes, oh my Jack. Belthagor, he literally looks like the chip reader Vine guy. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I, I wish Belthagor would have lasted longer. I feel like it would have been so cool for it to last longer than what it did, because it was so funny. Okay, anyway, so yes, my my top 5. So I'm gonna start with number 5. So number 5, this is a very unpopular opinion, is Metatron. Everybody hates Metatron, and I don't know why, because like at the end, he actually becomes a good guy. Like he actually becomes a good guy at the end. So like I'm always like, why do people hate him so much? Like I know he's annoying in the beginning, and I get it. But I don't know. For some reason, I just love Metatron. For some reason. And when he's human, like, I totally identify with him. So, yeah, I love Metatron. I'm very, very aware that it's an unpopular opinion. But here we are. Um, number 4, my fourth number 4 is the darkness. Like I said, I used to hate the darkness when I was first watching Supernatural and I came upon the darkness. I hated it. But I will tell you why, because actually another hot take. When I first started watching Supernatural, I was a Dean girl. Like through and through, I was a Dean girl. And then I don't know when, but something changed and I became a Sam girl. Like the second or third time I watched it all the way through, very weird. I know, I get it. But it happened. And so I think the first time when I watched it, I hated the darkness so much because she like kissed him and like was in love with him. So I'm pretty sure that's why I hated her so much. I don't hate her now. I think she's great. And I think she's great as a person too. All right. Number 3. Yes, number 3, of course, is Lucifer. I love Lucifer. Mark Pellegrino is hilarious. He is the best Lucifer ever. Now, I've never seen the show Lucifer, but I still think Mark Pellegrino is going to be like, he's just the best Lucifer ever. And I forgot if it was like a meme. I think there's a meme that always gets me where it says, when I go to hell, if like the devil doesn't look like Mark Pellegrino, I don't know what I'm gonna I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Okay, anyway. I love Lucifer. Okay, number 2 is Crowley. Of course it's Crowley. Crowley's the best. I really wish he would have stayed on longer. And I know there was like drama between that. I'm not really sure what it was though. I think Mark Shepard got upset because like Crowley didn't really have a plot line anymore, because it was like he was a rat and then he came back and then it was like a whole thing. And I get it. Like he didn't really have a plot line anymore, which sucks because Crowley was just amazing. And I get it. And okay, I'm going on a tangent. But another reason I get why people don't like Asmodeus is because Asmodeus kind of like, I mean, he kind of like replaced Crowley for like a period of time. So I get it. I get why people don't like Asmodeus. Notice he did not make it on my top 5, because even though I love him and I love when he says the brothers Winchester, he's still not on my top 5. All right. My number 1, and if you know me and if you know my channel, then like this is not going to be a surprise to you, but my number 1 villain, my number 1 big bad is Chuck. Again, another unpopular opinion, and I am very aware, and I know this. And Crowley, yes. Crowley's your favorite villain? Yes. Great. I love Crowley. I do. I love Crowley. But yes, Chuck is my favorite villain, and I know that's a very unpopular opinion, and I'm very aware of that. I just love Rob Benedict, and I love the fact that they made God a villain. Is that bad? Like, is that bad that I love the fact that they made God a villain? Like, I really do. And maybe that is bad, and maybe that says a lot about who I am as a person. But like, I really do. I think it was great. And I told my family that once. I was like, yeah, they made God the villain. And I thought that was pretty cool. They're like, what? What are you watching? Elizabeth? Oh my gosh. And I was like, whatever. I'm like, I thought it was cool. And it's so funny. Yeah, thank you. Yes. Because what other show is going to make God the villain? Like, what other show is going to do that? Nobody. Of course Supernatural would do it. I just love the fact that I just think it's so cool. I do. I think it's really cool. And I love Rob Benedict, so there's that. There's another reason he's my favorite. But at cons, it's so funny because Rob Benedict, when he introduces himself, he goes, I was that guy you all loved, that guy named Chuck. And then the guy you all hated. It's really funny.